What is going on, everybody? It is the Keyblade Master D26, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing my weekend 1 Black Ops 4 beta experience with you guys. This weekend I had so much fun with this Black Ops 4 multiplayer beta. It was a blast, and we're going to go ahead and get jumping right into the things that I enjoyed, some things that I didn't enjoy as much, just about this Black Ops 4 beta. It was really fun, so we're going to go ahead and get jumping right into it. So guys, the first thing we're going to be talking about today is the way health works in Black Ops 4. It's a little bit different than what we've seen in past games. Actually, it's very different. So not only do we not have 100 health anymore, that's been up to 150, but we also have a manual healing system, which is something we've never seen in Call of Duty. You can actually manually heal your player whenever your dedicated heal ability is ready. You press that L1 or whatever you have it bound to, and then you can go ahead and slowly get your health back. I think this is something amazing. I really do enjoy it. Now, I do have to say, my first game of playing Black Ops 4 was a little weird. It wasn't the best game, but I did find that for this game, there's definitely a little bit of a learning curve than other Call of Duty. It's very different when your guns take about 5 to 6 shots to kill, rather than before where they would take about 3 to 4. So it's a weird change that they've made with this, and it feels weird for players coming into the beta. I know for me it did, at least. So how did I feel about it? Well, I loved it. I really did think that this was really something that I think should be the basis for other Call of Duties to come. I liked it because what it did is it opened up those windows for a whole new level of skill and gameplay. No more is it, okay, I'm getting shot at from the back, I took 3 shots, I'm about to die, let me wait to heal and then hope to kill this guy who's shooting at me. No, you can get shot at from the back, get behind cover, heal up, go against that same guy with the same amount of health he had, and then hope to win the gunfight. There's that brand new level of skill, and I absolutely love it. I didn't think it would make that much of a difference, but once I kind of got the timing of the manual healing, I was like, man, this is really fun, you know? Thinking about when to heal, when to reload my gun, because that's the thing. It's kind of on the same level as that. You know, you have to learn to heal just as much as you have to learn to reload your gun, and the timing to do it. When's a good time to do it? Is it a good time to heal when you just took a lot of damage? Do you heal whenever you've taken 1 shot? Well, the answer is probably going to be yes, but you have to find the time to do it. So the new health mechanic in this game, I am absolutely loving it. I think one of the biggest things I did want to go ahead and talk about as well, in addition to the health mechanic, is the new control game mode. Guys, this new control game mode is an absolute blast. To kind of give you guys an idea on what control is, so imagine a game mode where domination, hardpoint, and search and destroy come into play. How it works is there's 2 main points that a team takes turns taking and defending. So one team on one round will go ahead and actually take the objectives while the other team has to defend it. There's 2 main points on the map, so they have that domination aspect of it. But the way these zones work is very hardpoint-esque. They're like zones rather than flags. And the search and destroy aspect of it comes into play in the live system. There's about 30 lives to a round, and of course, if you deplete your other team's lives, then you win the match. So there's all these different elements and ways you can play this new game mode, and I, for one, absolutely loved it. I feel that that mosh pit of bringing every game mode together really made it seem very unique. It stood out to me a lot, and I found myself going back to this game mode rather than search and destroy, domination, team deathmatch, whatever it may be, because I just had so much fun with it. And even though not everyone knows how to play objective-based game modes in Call of Duty, I still had fun with it. It was a beta. I didn't really expect everyone. I really don't care about wins as much as I used to. Now it's just about, dude, if I can get on a good kill streak and probably win the match, I'm happy. If I'm getting kills, I'm happy. So Control was awesome. Another side note, for those of you that don't know, Control is actually a 5v5 mode instead of the normal 6v6, which is in game modes like Team Deathmatch. And that's Treyarch's attempt at kind of going for a more tactical-based shooter approach to this. I don't mind it. I thought it was going to be a little lackluster and slow. It was the total opposite of that. Control plays very fast. There's people going into spawns, taking people out, trying to drain those lives. There's people defending zones with specialist abilities, which we'll get into in just a minute here. There's so much going on, and the maps are kind of the perfect size for this. I didn't come across a map that was too big or too small. The maps, guys, were a perfect size. It has that Treyarch 3-lane style, which everyone loves, or at least I know I love it. So nothing seems slow. That's another highlight I wanted to mention, is that this game feels very fast. There's a lot of fast-paced, frantic action. This is one of the fastest Call of Duties I've ever played. There's so much happening and just a lot on your screen that you have to think about for a minute and then go into. Talking about the weapons a little bit, guys, I absolutely love the weapons in this game. We have some fan favorites coming back. We have the ICR assault rifle coming back. We have the Scorpion Evo returning in the Spitfire versions from Black Ops 2, which is insane. It is pretty much a copy of the Scorpion, and some people may say or have been saying that they're copying and pasting guns, not much originality. But like I said, you know, it's not like this is the full game. There's going to be a few more guns added in later on. Maybe there's going to be some guns removed or renamed, or however that may work out. Well, anyway, these guns feel and sound amazing. The sound effects in this game, guys, are on point. The music when you're spawning into a game after you pick your specialist is very intense. It makes you feel very immersed in the match you're about to play. The sound effects of the guns are incredible. Treyarch does an amazing job when it comes to sound design, and I love the sound effects on all of these guns. There's not one where I really didn't care for. All of them just sound unique. You know what you're getting killed by, you know what you're shooting, and they're very recognizable as well. So everything from sound design on the weapons and even just in the music is incredible so far. Before we move into the bad of the beta, and there really wasn't much that I found to complain about, even though there was a little bit, we're going to go ahead and save that for the end of the video, which is coming up in just a minute. But before we move into that, I did want to go ahead and talk about specialists. Specialists feel completely different than Black Ops 3. Despite what anyone will tell you, specialists are not a carbon copy in Black Ops 4. They work completely differently. There was only, I think, 10 available in this multiplayer beta. I got a chance to play with all of them, and all of them feel really good. All of the new specialists that we played as felt just as good as the returning ones. And even the returning ones that we could play as, such as Seraph, Ruin, Prophet, Nomad, all of those guys, they even seem brand new. Of course, people like Seraph have her Annihilator pistol. Prophet has his Tempest electric Gauss rifle. Ruin has his Gravity Slam, not more Gravity Spikes, but essentially the same exact thing. Even then, their abilities still give them that sense of differentiation. Ruin feels very different. I didn't really play Ruin I didn't really care for Ruin as much. His grapple gun really isn't as effective as everyone would think it would be, or as OP as everyone thought it would be. I really didn't play as Ruin much. Seraph's Annihilator pistol was awesome. I loved Prophet. Was actually the most fun I had in the beta. His shock drone, which you can toss down with right bumper, was super useful. And it's not too OP in the sense that if you do get trapped by it, you can still mash square at the right time to get out of it. But if you do not manage to do that, you're kind of stuck for a little bit, almost like a shock charge, but a little bit beefier than that. It works out perfectly. Some of the new specialists that I love to use, surprisingly Crash. I know I gave Crash a little bit of a bad rap in my stream. His ability is really, really cool. So Crash can have a ammo pack in which he can throw down for his teammates, but when you pick it up, you have increased or double multipliers towards your score streaks. His main ability, or his ultimate, is basically like this healing thing where he'll heal and give bonus health to the rest of your teammates, which I think is super useful, super tactical, and that's the whole thing they were going for in this game. So those new and returning specialists feel unique, new, and kind of different, and I did not at once think, okay, this is the same exact thing from Black Ops 3. Now we're going to go ahead and move into a few bad things I saw in the beta. We're going to go ahead and start with the littlest thing. I think a lot of people were complaining about this, and that's the cursor user interface. I didn't really care for that as much. I really thought it was okay. I mean, to be honest, I didn't care for it. It feels really slow. I really like having to use like the D-pad or the analog stick to navigate in the menus. Treyarch have said that they're looking into that and kind of making it into more of an optional thing to have a cursor or the default D-pad. Let's navigate through the menus like that. They're looking into that. With all of these bad things and even the good things of the game, Treyarch is looking into it. Treyarch is looking into, going into weekend 2 of the beta, looking into movement exploits. They're looking into weapon tuning. They're looking at all kinds of things that people voice their opinions about. I think one of the biggest things of the beta that I hated along with everyone else is probably going to be body armor. Body armor is basically something you can equip as not a specialist ability, but something that you can use on your class as a means of taking one extra bullet. And it may not sound too bad, but whenever you use it, or let me rephrase that. Whenever it's used against you, you kind of get aggravated. You know that you should have killed this guy when he's got like 25 health left, but that body armor sure saved him. That's something Treyarch are looking into going into weekend 2 of the beta and even the launch of the game. Body armor was something that I really think should either be tweaked or not removed entirely, but just altered in some way. Now, at first I was defending body armor because I understood that there are attachments for assault rifles that armor pierce that body armor and basically make it useless, but not all guns have that attachment available. So unless those attachments are made available in the full game, then I really think that body armor should have a second look into it, because it seems very reminiscent of Juggernaut from Modern Warfare, and I'm not a fan of that. Having one extra hit really can change the game, and it can make people very upset. But besides those minor little things, well, one of them being minor, one of them being huge, you know, for me, I didn't really feel like it was a problem too much. Body armor, it's still a problem in my eyes, but a lot of people are making it out to be the worst thing, and it may not be the absolute worst thing in my mind, but it definitely needs to be tweaked. But besides all that, guys, I had so much fun with this multiplayer beta this past weekend, and I cannot wait for weekend 2. Let me just go ahead and say this as well. Best Play is probably one of the coolest things Call of Duty have added in their game. It was something they added back in World War II. It's really, really fun with that. But in Black Ops 4, man, I don't know what it was, but every time I saw the TKBM 326 pop up on there with my specials, I was like, yes, that's me right there. Bask in my glory, ladies and gentlemen. It's so fun to see your character get the play of the game. It's really, really cool. A lot of times, guys, do not be discouraged. It's going to happen eventually. But I did have fun with the beta nonetheless. It was something that I just wanted to go back and play nonstop. It was super fun. I had a good time. But guys, that's going to be the video for today. If you did manage to play the beta this weekend, what did you guys think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? If you did not get a chance to play the beta, but you've seen gameplay, what did you think of the gameplay so far? Do you think it looks good? Do you think it looks bad? Let me know in the comments below. I love to hear, and not only hear, but I wanted to respond to some of you guys' comments. So if you guys have any opinions on the Black Ops 4 multiplayer beta, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this subject. So with that in mind, that's going to be the video for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, as it does help out so much. If you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And lastly, be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch for live streams, updates on the channel, good stuff like that. But guys, that's going to do it for me. Hope to see you in the next video. And until then, peace out.